Well, Donald, you can tell I'm a really big fan of Tron Ares. We'll be getting into your amazing work in that. But before that, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passions. I want to know where your passion came from doing makeup that led you on an amazing journey doing makeup for Dune and other crazy great movies.
Wow. Well, I love movies. I love making movies. I like theater, TV, but I love movies, and I have since I was a kid. And when I started sort of playing around like with drama clubs and stuff like the, Glee, I guess similar to that, not quite as bougie. Um, I just ended up doing the makeup in a school thing. I don't know what grade, ninth grade maybe. Um, Aging people with somebody's mother's Avon kit. And I thought, and the teacher said, you kind of might be good at this. And of course, I started going to all these great movies far too young, like Barry Lyndon and The Exorcist. And I was hooked. I was just hooked.
Yeah. How did you get into transition from makeup and actual the movies? Like, what was your first movie you
It's a
did?
long journey. It's a
Yeah.
great question because everybody's journey is a little bit different. The
Mhm.
one thing about makeup artists in movies is they really are filmmakers first. They want to be creating characters and telling stories. So really, I think that's what it was. Is I did theater, I did anything I could get paid to do, like waiting tables, working as a sales clerk, and then sidelining if there was a film crewing up and it was a zero budget, which is always crewing up when it's zero budget. Um, that's what I was doing until I got a real assisting job on a real gig, and that got me into things like Anna Green Gables and then The Fly, and really kind of launched a career, and that was 41 years ago.
Well, it's all about your passion driving it forward, man. So that's really cool. So, yeah, Tron Ares. I want to start with Athena because she got some really cool makeup under her eyes.
Yeah,
Get
I
her
want that.
warmer first. Yeah.
Yeah, Athena was really exciting because I always, when I start a film, or once I've met the director and the producers, I kind of come up with ideas I don't want to present and see how open they are. And I always sort of thought Grace Jones. I mean, how can you not think Grace Jones and Athena? Um, so there were elements of it, a strong makeup, something that works in the grid. But Athena, it's a lot of credit, and actually all credit to Jodie when a happy accident was she shaved her eyebrows off after we did a test
Oh,
covering them, which we did first with paint, and then the second time just with prosthetic adhesive and just to neutralize them. And that gave her the idea that, well, I'll just go home and shave them, even though she was told not to. So it was a happy accident because when she came back and I thought I had to go to Joachim, our director and producers in the studio, I said, listen, I think we can make this work. I've got an idea. And Jodie, I kind of filled in eyeshadow and sort of made it a bit more stylized. And we got in the eyeliner, and Jodie was like, what about if it's like this? And I'm like, show me. And she had an idea. We had to kind of tweak it a bit, and that became our Athena.
awesome. Well, for Ares, I mean, I love the aspect for him being in the grid. I guess minor spoiler when he comes out after he sees Kevin Flynn, he's kind of more human-like in his makeup.
Yes.
Like, you can talk about the contrast between both of those.
So I think initially what we did was I knew that Aries Jared didn't really want to be too robotic looking or AI in the sense of I referenced AI with Jude Law, and people were like, yeah, but that was different. This is this, and of course, what I felt was that he should have absolutely perfect, almost not human um, eyes and features and skin, even with the beard and kind of a retro rock and roll and the hair slicked back because he's in and out in this whole thing. So it kind of felt like it had a rock vibe to it. There was something. And yet when I did the makeup, Jared was really came back and I really trust his eye. And he was like, this looks good. Like I was really overdoing it, a bit of glam rock almost, where
Mhm.
no eyeliner to speak of, but more in the shading and contouring and color. And it was so perfect that in the, working with the DP, Jeff Cronenwith, who did beautiful lighting on everybody, we made it sort of just beyond real, but also then stepping out of the grid where he gets, as you said, beat up and real, human. And I kind of love that. And I thought he looked great both ways, but I liked the more authentic, real world look.
Absolutely. I love the rock look with the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack. The movie just is so beautiful. So great job. Kevin Flynn, I mean, you kind of had to make him, I guess, sort of like a Ghost in the Machine type thing for his makeup, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, with everybody, I think what's interesting with this is so many people have their own what people are going to look like. I
Mhm.
mean, like having Dillinger, well, when Jeff came in, it was, I think, a secret for a long time. He would come in for a couple days, and he was just the whole set changed. It was everything. Having him there was incredible. It was an incredible experience. Jeff Bridges and the whole crew, everything changed. It was so interesting, and Jared was so happy to have him there. And I don't know, it was really beautiful. It was 3 days only,
Wow.
but it really the heart and soul.
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned the Dillingers. Both of them were great. They're both like kind of this power looking figures, you know? Talk about putting their makeup together.
So Jillian, I'm a big fan of, but to me, she always looks very soft and ethereal, and mom and a therapist, and in sex education, which I think is a great show. But I wanted her to look a little bit more severe, and we thought, through the hair and the makeup is maybe a more, even though she's played Margaret Thatcher, but I think a kind of more Margaret Thatcher Iron Lady. And that's kind of what started to happen. Evan, who I'm a huge fan of, Evan had brought up the idea of tattoos to me. They're sort of hidden, maybe hidden from the mother or whatever. It would
Oh.
be definitely, if you look at his arms, they're very elaborate, very precise, kind of cubist looking, but that's based on the grid. And when you look at them, and I put one actually on Instagram once I was allowed to.
Yeah.
Um, I ran with it because Evan's really a collaborative person and gave me a great idea. And I sent him things, and looking at David Beckham and different people, Tom Hardy, and sort of looking at that look, we thought this could really work. So and we started shooting on them more than we planned to. It was only supposed to be, a flash in the pan, and then suddenly his sleeves are up to here, and you're seeing close-ups on those tattoos.
Well, that's really cool. I'm gonna have to go see the movie again just to take a look at that.
Have a look. They're very, very cool and really original. I had to prove that they weren't AI.
Oh, nice. Well, cool. Donald, anything in the works you're allowed to talk about before I let you go?
Well, I've got a little TV thing on Netflix coming called Man on Fire,
Hmm.
and I'm really excited to start working tomorrow, camera test, for Tony Gilroy's film Behemoth, which is a really exciting project. Something different for me. It's classical music.
Oh,
Pedro Pascal, Olivia Wilde, David Harbour, and it's all cello players and violin, and it's really kind of beautiful.
amazing. Well, you did such beautiful work in Tron Ares. Keep up the amazing work, and let's talk down the road of future stuff.
I look forward to. Thank you so much.
Sure.
And the costume is fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
think people will be going out, doing Tron Ares and the others for Halloween. I think it's great.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for speaking with me.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll have links for your social media links if everyone can follow your journey going forward. So,
Okay. Thank you. Bye.